vacation, they say that I'm tripping. I've been told I need a vacation, I'm finessing a visit. First class, my feet up high in the air on business, yeah. Woo. Travel the city, your city ain't working, it's all for nothing. She told me don't let up, it's on us to make it, it's on us to crush it. Nigga, it's gon' take some just to make some, so put that in your budget. Yeah, can't keep moving your dreams for cheap when you ain't even budging. What got you bugging? Make you a play, don't be scared, I'm reluctant. You made it from nothing, then figure out your clutching. Everything you want in front of you, ain't no discussion. Look, it's been a long.
A beautiful Tuesday afternoon for girls softball in the MOAC. The Clear Fork Lady Colts, the leaders in the conference, back at home to take on MARION Harding, a team coming off a win last night, looking to make it 2 in a row. Brian Skoronsky, myself on top of the grassy knoll here in Bellville with all the action coming your way on your smartphone, TV, PC, tablet, any smart device you have, with pregame coming your way next.
She got that.
In today's world of supply chain shortages and disruptions, having raw material or finished goods inventory on hand to fill customer orders is more important than ever. Based in North Central Ohio and with locations nationwide, including 5 throughout the Buckeye State, MWD Logistics can find your business the warehouse space needed to manage your distribution and logistic needs. Grow your bottom line with flexible warehousing solutions at MWD Logistics.
Welcome to Marion County Now, the heartbeat of our neighborhood, the fountain of our news. We're local, we're pertinent, and we're all about you. We're dedicated to keeping you in the loop, involved, and linked with the community. And the cherry on top, our service doesn't cost a dime. Marion County Now, our neighborhood, our news.
Inside the MWD Logistics pregame show for this Mid-Ohio Athletic Conference matchup between MARION Harding And Clear Fork. Hello, everybody. My name is Travis Berardi alongside the boss man, Brian Skoronsky. And Brian, you couldn't have asked for a better day for some softball.
I mean, sun's out, guns out. You got your sleeves rolled up.
You're
I'm
darn
regretting
right.
wearing pants out here on the grassy knoll in the valley. It's a great day for some softball. No rain in the forecast, baby, and 2 teams looking to get a conference dub. It's good times.
And let's take a look at one of those teams, the visiting team on the scoreboard today. The MARION Harding Lady Presidents, the Prexies, coming in with a record of 2-4. They did get a win last night, 10-1 over Lucas. Finished 7-17 last year, 3-11 in the conference. This year they're hitting .274. They've scored a total of 32 runs, 10 of them coming last night, and only 12 extra base hits. And pitching, it was over 9 going into last night, but a good pitching performance dropped it down to 8. They do have 31 Ks, 31 walks, so that's something you have to work on. It's not good when you strike somebody out but then walk somebody.
Yeah, that's one part of their game, talking to their coach a little bit beforehand here, that they need to get more consistent in that department from the circle to give themselves a better chance. But he feels like with the lineup that they have, that they can keep themselves in games offensively if they can give themselves a chance from the pitcher circle.
And one of the hitters that we're going to spotlight is the main hitter for them, Kameron Biderman, second team MOAC last year. She's hitting .650. Whew. So almost every 7 out of 10 times she gets a hit. 8 runs, 6 extra base hits. All of those are doubles.
Yeah, you see why she was a second-team All-MOAC selection, on pace probably to be a first-teamer, at least in that conversation this season, off to a tremendous start.
And we are off to a tremendous start, at least for the pitching of Clear Fork, as we are underway with a no-ball, 1-strike count. The leadoff hitter for Harding, Abby Hertz, swings through that one. She is behind 0-2. Miley Schaefer in the circle, not on the mound. There's no mounds in softball, but inside the circle here today. The 0-2 pitch, chop foul, and we will go again. So for Harding here today, like I said, a .275 average. They have to get some good hit pitches and hit them into play because Clear Fork has a really good offense that we'll see in the bottom half in their team spotlight, Brian.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing the Colts at the dish. And this is another team. They've given up runs on occasion. However, they've got the firepower and the offensive weapons that on any given night, they feel like they can get it done.
Hello to Scott Sellers, head coach of the girls team. Just gave us a nice pat on the back as we began. The 1-2. High, we're even at 2 balls apiece.
Yeah, I take a lot of pride in my camera work. I'm not normally that shaky, but when a man with that big of arms comes through and just mashes you right on the rear end, it's going to be problematic.
The 2-2 popped foul. It's going to go out of play, and we remain at 2 balls and 2 strikes. We had the baseball team already highlighted on the OH report, and I'm just mentioning it right now because In the Air Tonight is playing their Take the Field song, one of the best, I think, sports song. It's a sports song, I believe, Brian.
It's an every time, any occasion type of track, in my personal opinion, but certainly it's made its way into the sports hearts.
2-2 is high. Count now is full to Hertz. 3 balls and 2 strikes. I mean, yeah, you could be driving down the highway with your top down. That's playing. I mean, it was made famous on Miami Vice. The 3-2. Pop fly. Underneath it, making the catch for the first out. So we take a look at our first blank screen of the day.
Solid black. At least she nailed it right there, Travis.
She did.
Not
That's
a color to
great
be seen.
segue. Great segue right there. 1 down, though. And that'll bring up Addie Myers, the 2-hitter here for MARION Harding. First pitch from Schaefer. It's bunted. Diving attempt, but it's foul. Now we'll show you the replay as the dive just beyond the line. Counts as a strike, though. Good effort, though.
Yeah, you love selling out and trying to make that play and get that out, an easy one.
Schaefer back in the circle and ready. The 0-1. Down the pipe for strike 2. So Myers now behind no balls and 2 strikes. Just like the first batter of the day. The 0-2 to Myers. High, ball 1.
Low breeze starting to pick up here in the valley, swooping from left to right on your guys' smartphones or big screen TVs, whatever you're watching from.
Hopefully you're watching on a big screen TV out in your backyard or something, because I wouldn't be inside for this. It's fouled off. You should be watching. But you should be watching somewhere comfortable.
Are you a house slipper kind of guy, Travis?
When it's cold.
So you own a pair?
I do. I have a couple pairs, actually. I really don't ask for much for Christmas, so that's usually what my Christmas gift is. That's fouled off, and Myers will stay alive here 0-2.
I just learned this year really of house slippers and the different designs and how expensive they can be. So got some Uggs floating around in my house right now, which I found interesting.
Interesting indeed. The 0-2 outside, lined up that way, but Myers did not bite. It's 1-2. And this is a good count for Schaefer, too, to not just throw it down the middle of the plate, but work those corners, see if he can get somebody to bite on an outside pitch. 1-2, fouled off. So Harding, at least early on here, working some at-bats. Do want to welcome everybody in, watching live and free today. Let us know where you're watching from. Are you watching from inside? It's okay if you want to be inside. You might have been outside all day, taking a little break or whatnot, as that's fouled off. Third consecutive foul ball to stay alive.
Yeah, it's a good battle going on right here, and see who ends up getting the upper hand if Schaefer can dig deep, find a key pitch.
There is Myers. Hitting .286 this season. That one lined down the line, and guess what? It's another foul ball. 8th pitch of the at-bat upcoming here for Harding. There's a picture of right fielder Haley Thrush.
Just a freshman, and there's a lot of them on this team, Travis. This is our first time getting to see Clear Fork, or at least it's mine, and I did not realize how many 9th graders they have running around on the field making big impact so far already.
The 1-2 is low. We're even at 2. But you'll see in our team spotlight in the bottom of the inning, they aren't just fast players. They can hit the ball well. They have as many home runs as Harding has extra base hits this season. Wow. The 2-2. Caught the corner. Strike 3, 2 down. So we take a look at the Home and Kitchen Supply replay. Just catches that corner, and a good job by the catcher to really frame that back in to the strike zone. 2 down now for Raina Smith. She will be today's pitcher for Harding. First pitch swung on and missed. Strike 1. Harding coming in with a record of 0-4 in conference play, 2-4 overall. The 0-1. Low, we're even at 1.
And a nice tractor rolling by here on the road. I mean,
Hale Bay. Is it a Hale Bay? Bay of Hale?
Hale Bay.
Whatever, something.
Sounds like something you would say to your girlfriend.
Hay bale. That's
there,
it. A hay bale. There we go. A bale of hay. Hay bale. There we go. That's, yeah.
Just a very
I haven't been down in Bellville in a while, so, you know.
Get used to it, buddy.
Right? Right down the pipe for strike 2.
If you look across the street, there's a couple moo cows hanging out.
Not from our football and our soccer coverage. We get a lot of pictures of the moo cows. A lot of chickens usually out there, too. I don't see them today. The 1-2. Fouled off. You played any baseball in high school, Brian?
No, I gave it up in 5th grade.
So I was going to ask you, how were you as a 2-strike approach hitter, but probably don't remember. A little blooper in the right, but it reaches out the Thrush for out number 3. Just see on the replay.
I got a little distracted there.
That's okay.
You asking me questions about my childhood?
It doesn't matter. We're good. 3 up, 3 down. Go Harding in the top of the first. Clear Fork coming to bat.
Welcome to Marion County Now, the heartbeat of our neighborhood, the fountain of our news. We're local, we're pertinent, and we're all about you. We're dedicated to keeping you in the loop, involved, and linked with the community. And the cherry on top, our service doesn't cost a dime. Marion County Now, our neighborhood, our news.
Back here at Clear Fork as we bring up the Clear Fork Team Spotlight. Once again brought to you by MWD Logistics. 6-0 in the Mid-Ohio Athletic Conference under head coach Chris Clapper. He's 7-3 overall. Two of those losses, one-run defeats to Lexington, who started off the season 11-0. Not trying to look ahead, but looking ahead. That would be one heck of a district matchup, just saying. Their other loss was to Carter Wachtel and Triway, the first game of the year. 15-9 last season, 8-5 in the MOAC. They were district semifinalists in D3 before falling to Margaretta, hitting .328, 81 runs on the season, and 30 extra base hits. And like I said, 12 of those already home runs, pitching .454 with 44 Ks and 36 walks. And our player spotlight, well, she's about to lead things off. Last year's D3 second-team All-Ohioan, Mel Blubaugh, .529 average, 18 runs scored, but she can also get on base and steal you bases. That is why she is the Clear Fork leadoff batter.
And she was also out here doing double duty, helping put up some signage in that outfield during pregame. So Blubaugh, I mean, she adds a lot of different spices to the cabinet.
Underway in the bottom of the first. She takes ball one. The third baseman for the Colts. The 1-0 outside, 2 balls and a strike. Like I said, Raina Smith is the starter for the Prexies here today. The number 2 pitcher, we heard. Their number 1 went yesterday, 10 strikeouts and a 10-1 win over Lucas. Ball 3 nearly hits Blubaugh. She gets out of the way, and she's ahead, 3 balls and no strikes. And yes, for you folks that aren't from the Clear Fork community, she is the sister of Houston Astros AAA pitcher AJ Blubaugh.
If I didn't have both hands right now on my controllers, I'd clap for AJ getting the call up. That's so cool, man. He can almost taste the bigs.
Blubaugh throws down a bunt. It's a perfect one. Throw on the first. Not in time. It's thrown away. Blubaugh gets into second. It's a single. Now she's going to go to third. Nobody's going to get her. So it's a single and a 2-base error. So we take a look at the replay brought to you by Home and Kitchen Supply. She wanted to stop at second and saw that they weren't throwing it back in.
Just a heads-up play by Mel Blubaugh. Still in a couple of extra bases. 1 runner already in scoring position here for the Colts, and now they'll get a second.
Jada Brokaw on the first pitch gets hit in the foot, and that will put runners at first and third. So just like that, the Lady Colts, 2 batters in, has something going. The first pitch, throw down is high. Blubaugh is going to come in to score. And the Lady Colts, just like that, up 1-0.
I mean, that's pretty much all credit to Mel Blubaugh, just, having the right frame of mind when she's out there on the base path to capitalize when she needed to.
Throw over the third on another steal, and she's in there. Speed kills here. First 2 runners for the Lady Colts. Brokaw with back-to-back steals. The batter, Katrina Rogers, is ahead 2 balls, no strikes. Pitch to her, in there for strike 1. So not quite the defensive start you wanted for Harding. The 2-base error, and then the throw through that allowed Blubaugh to score. Rogers fouls that off. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. You take a look at the runner on third, Jada Brokaw. And we've seen this throughout the years, Brian. Multiple players that can run. Clear Fork will also, they'll pinch run, steal bases that way because they have so many players on the bench. And look at this heads up running by Rogers. They're not even going to throw down.
Wow.
I mean, take a look at this. She was sprinting out of the box, and we're going to get a mound visit, but that's if you throw down, they're going to score again.
Yeah, that's fantastic stuff. And, 3 heady base runners already out there on the pass for Clear Fork. Blubaugh already coming home. And a runner off a walk gets the second. You don't see that a ton.
This will give us a chance to take a look at our keys to victory here today. Once again, brought to you by MWD Logistics. And for Harding Biderman, their best hitter, you have to surround her. And by that, what I mean is you need to get hits around her so she can knock you in. She's the lone main hitter for this team. If you want to score against Clear Fork, you're going to have to pick up hits other than her. And then yours, pitch well. Kind of not been doing that so far.
They haven't pitched awfully. It's just been bad mistakes so far, not paying attention out on the base pass that have cost Harding up to this point.
That one in there for a strike.
But I think certainly to try to hang around, you got to try to keep this a low-scoring game if you're Harding.
That one low. Macy Ousley, the 4-hitter for the Lady Colts. Just underway here, bottom of the first. Pops that up. It'll get behind the net. And it's 0-2. So a infield single, 2-base error for Blubaugh to lead off. She stole home on a stolen base after a walk, after a hit by pitch. Katrina Rogers then walked, and instead of stopping at first, she went to second easily. That's where we're at here in the bottom of the first.
Heading the count this time now for Reyna. Try to put a runner out.
And instead she hits Ousley.
Yeah,
Base is loaded.
That's a huge mistake right there with the 0-2 count. Obviously don't want to give anything over the meat of the plate. This should be able to, smoke one way or the other, but can't hit the batter there.
So that will bring up Maya Perry. And that's on the third, tags the base there, throw gets away, and runners are going to score. 2 runners score. She makes it down the third. Just craziness going on right here.
Yeah, that was a lot to keep up with just on that one at bat all the way around. So Clear Fork tacks on a couple of more, and Harding still searching for that first out.
Fly ball into the gap, and it's going to drop in. Another run scores. It's going to be a double for Renee Anders. As you see, just the ball just drops in where they call no man's land there, Brian.
Yeah, kind of perfectly placed. Wind giving a little push in the right direction. Some home cooking.
That'll bring up Haley Thrush. The 2-0 count. Ground ball, foul. So a solid start here by the Lady Colts in the bottom of the first. Aided by a couple miscues as she takes strike 3 for the second out. So
Now,
finally they get something going.
Reyna getting the benefit of, a little bit of a ball coming in low in the zone, getting a nice strike call. Punches out the first. See if that can build a little bit of momentum here for her in the circle.
Miley Schaefer, today's starter. Up. the 8-hitter for Clear Fork. Flies that into the gap. It's going to drop again. 1-run score. She's held the first. And it's another single. Clear Fork adds on.
Did we mention the Lady Colts have 8 kids hitting 300 or better up and down the lineup, and there's just not really an easy out?
You just did.
I mean, this team from top to bottom, it's one of those tough situations. Pick your poison. A lot of different girls with different approaches, but many of them having some great statistical seasons so far at the dish.
We have a courtesy runner, I believe, for the pitcher. The umpire got that written down and everything. Should take a look at Andrea Swainhart at the dish. First pitch to her, outside ball 1. Mel Blubaugh on deck. That one ripped down the line, fair ball. Runners will advance a base. It's a base hit. First and second. Take a look at the Home and Kitchen Supply replay. Just shot that down the line past the third baseman.
Just a good, solid piece of hitting, catching it on the edge of the bat and sweeping it right down the line to bring up the leadoff hitter right back where we began.
And with runners only on second and first, Blubaugh can still put that bunt down the third baseline and force a throw. So ready in the circle once again is Smith. First pitch to Mel. Taken for ball 1. Umpires doing some hand gestures to each other. Don't know what that was about, but we're back to action. And that's high for ball 2.
Do they have their own little secret code going on
I
out
don't,
there?
It's the way umpires and referees, they do have signals to get a hold of each other, especially if it's loud out. That ball's popped up, but out of play for strike 1. Yeah, it was kind of like the umpire in the field did the Wayne's World hand gesture for that, so I don't know. Nonetheless, the 2-1. Line drive down the right field line, base hit. 1 run will score. They're going to send the second. Blubaugh is going to try for 3. She'll stop. It's a 2 RBI double, and on the overthrow, she will get the third.
So Blubaugh's only been up to bat twice. Both times she ended up on third base at the end of it.
Did you see the end of that where they just tried chucking it into third? Double error on the right fielder. 2 RBI. And we're still in the first inning.
I think we just got 1 out so far, right?
I believe it's 2. That ground ball to third, I think the third baseman touched the bag. Here's the hit once again by Blubaugh. Just took it right down the line. Scoring 2. First pitch to Brokaw, fouled off. Her second at bat here of the day. She was hit by a pitch, had 2 stolen bases, and scored in first. Earlier in this inning. This time she sends it right to left. It's past the left fielder. It's a base hit. Another run scores. She's on her way to second. It is an RBI double. Did I mention they had a lot of extra base hits in the pregame?
Now that I do remember, and plenty more going on to those totals now for the season.
First pitch to Katrina Rogers is a ball. She walked earlier in the inning. Takes ball 2. I would say this is a unique vantage point. Ball bounces in. Runner will take third on the wild pitch.
So we're taking suggestions for nicknames up here. Travis already donned at
Well,
the
that was
grassy knoll.
Coach Kennedy over there. He said, "Where are you on the grassy knoll? Just don't stand on the X."
I can't even tell him. Am I on it?
Well, you're still alive.
So far.
R.I.P. JFK.
They were taking shots at us earlier on in the game. I was trying to dive back and forth at our 2 cameras to try to protect them. These girls were putting a little bit of pop. It's punch.
So there is Rogers on first after the walk. And the runner on third as well. That ball popped foul.
I will say that this is a great venue for softball overall. I just love what Clear Fork has going on in terms of the hillsides and opportunities to just bring your own chair, maybe a cooler out, and enjoy the game.
Fakes the throw down to second. It'll be a stolen base. It was a ball, so we're even at 1. The 1-1. Chopper foul. Good place to get a tan on a day like this, too. Line drive down the line. It's going to drop in front of the left fielder. 2 more runs will score. It's a 2 RBI single.
Lady Colts already in a double-figure score in here in this opening frame and trying to get to the lineup twice.
First pitch inside. So Maya Perry at the plate takes ball 2. Just outside for ball 3. So this game started a little bit late due to busting issues. Already 6 o'clock, still bottom of the first. That one's lined down the line. It's fair. Runner will stop at third and second. And the hit parade continues.
Yeah, it's just been a clinic so far. You know, a lot of patience being shown up there. And just about every time you see that Raina Smith has missed her spot, Clear Fork has made her pay. There have not been too many opportunities where there's been some matzo balls over the plate where one of these Lady Colts didn't put it into a gap.
The 1-0, low, ball 2. Runners on second and third. Pop fly. Right fielder under it, makes the catch. And that'll finally be the third out. But the Lady Colts.
Yep. 10 runs.
Second inning coming up.
In today's world of supply chain shortages and disruptions, having raw material or finished goods inventory on hand to fill customer orders is more important than ever. Based in North Central Ohio and with locations nationwide, including 5 throughout the Buckeye State, MWD Logistics can find your business the warehouse space needed to manage your distribution and logistic needs. Grow your bottom line with flexible warehousing solutions. at MWD Logistics.
Ten runs, 8 hits, 2 errors. 2 left on for Clear Fork. They lead at 10-0 as we start the top of the second here in beautiful Bellville.
Gorgeous day for some softball, baseball going on right behind us. Harding in the house for both some MOAC rivalries. And right now, Lady Colts look like they're trying to stay undefeated here in league play.
Kameron Biderman, our player spotlight is up. Takes for a ball.
One, two,
ball,
three
2
inning
strikes
for Harding in the first. And they didn't get a chance to get their big bopper at the plate. So this is our chance right now. See their cleanup.
Pitch taken for a strike. It's even at 2-2. Every Lady Colt except for one crossed the plate in that first inning. And some smoke for strike 3 and 1 down.
Yeah, this was not low and slow on the grill. Bring the heat. We are ready to eat. Big pitch.
This is a good day to cook out. Hopefully you all out there are cooking out with the TV on the outside patio or whatnot. Little check swing, thank you very much. The second on the first, 2 down.
You know, our next trip to the grassy knoll, I might bring out a little mini grill so that we can have our own party going on in the outfield. And hopefully the concession stands people don't have a problem with that. Or they can just deliver over here.
They can provide us with the drinks and the chips.
I'll buy a Gatorade.
There we go.
I'm in.
2 quick outs here for Miley Schaefer as she gets Destiny Brown to swing through that first pitch. 2 down on the DURF'S Home Improvements scoreboard. Swung on, a missed, 0-2. In between innings, Coach Bolander giving a speech to his players out in right field, trying to fire them up. Little flare to center, but in to make the catch is Maya Perry. 1, 2, 3. Go the Prexies. We played 1.5. It's 10-0.
Welcome to Marion County Now, the heartbeat of our neighborhood, the fountain of our news. We're local, we're pertinent, and we're all about you. We're dedicated to keeping you in the loop, involved, and linked with the community. And the cherry on top, our service doesn't cost a dime. Marion County Now, our neighborhood, our news.
Nothing as we head to the bottom of the second while we have a second. Take a look real quick at the keys to victory as Harding is making a pitching change. And for the Lady Colts, Brian Mine, they've been doing it. Run wild. You have speed. You have that running mantra that you have at Clear Fork. Continue to do that. And yours, take care of business. And they did that exactly in the first inning.
Every day, every way. That's how they're trying to do it out here in the Valley.
That's a good song.
You know who sings that? It's a trivia question for our fans out there.
Yes, I'm not going to answer it because I know it, but it just slipped my mind.
Because it's not a common band. I don't know that they have any other hits that I'm aware of.
1-0. It nicked her. It's a hit by pitch and Thrush with the leadoff runner.
Can I see that Home and Kitchen Supply replay?
All it has to do is hit the fabric of the jersey. I know that.
Really tough to tell.
I don't know. Runner's going, throw down, and just like that, a hit by pitch turns into a double.
Good thing you're on the other camera. I was battling a spider on mine over here.
Okay, yeah, you can keep that thing over there. Yeah, can keep it there.
I appreciate all God's creatures, but that one had to go.
Spiders are good at, keeping like flies and other things away, but nope.
All the mosquitoes you want, buddy. They're up for grabs. Actually, it's not even mosquito season yet. Thank goodness.
You know what season it is going to be, though? Cicada season.
Oh, really?
I was talking with my nice lady at Game Day Cuts that was cutting my hair. Said, that's the cicadas are coming this year. She's like,
That seems quick. I thought they were just here not that long ago.
That was the 13-year cicadas. Now there's 17-year cicadas.
Oh,
there's two different, yeah.
Are these actually different bugs?
No, it's just there's two different, yearly types. It's the same ones that make the annoying sounds and whatnot, but, yeah, they're back.
So the same ones that went hibernating 4 years ago.
No, not those, but there's ones that were 17 years ago.
That's unbelievable.
So in 9 years, the cicadas that reburied and put their babies back in the ground will reemerge. Ball 4, and Schaefer gets on base. First and third here with nobody out. And we will get a pinch runner once again for her. On the mound for Harding today, Addie Myers replacing Smith here for the second inning. Her first pitch, line down the line, but foul.
I'm pretty sure that's still Raina.
I saw the number 4 on the back, and she was warming up differently. Oh, you're right. It's Raina. She just took longer. Sometimes on the rosters, they have the positions and numbers in different ways. I was looking at the second baseman.
I was just recognizing the ponytail.
That's in there for a ball.
And people with great hair recognize others that have fashionable dues. So me and Raina, we got it locked in here.
It's good to see you got some of the gray out.
Did I?
That one down the pipe.
I don't think that is a
for
thing.
strike 2.
I think once it's there, it's there.
Just for men, a little hair coloring.
I gave up on that.
Now, it does look good on the beard, though. A little bit of gray, a little salt there, salt and pepper. So that's fouled off.
Distinguished, right?
Yeah, it's a good look for you, bud.
Thank you, sir.
I had my first gray hair popping in on my goatee, and I kind of had a midlife crisis type moment there. I'm like, oh. Then I plucked it out and felt better.
There you go.
1-2. In on her hands, and somehow she swings. Throw on the first. Nice stretch for the out, but it does advance the runner to second. 1 down. Great stretch, as you see, by the Harding first baseman, Macy Harper, for out number 1. That will bring up Mel Blubaugh. Single and a double.
But got to third base both times via just very smart, wise base running decisions.
And errors as well, aiding in it. Yeah, a hit, smart base running to advance, and then an error to advance as well. That's why she's an All-Ohioan. Nice save there by the backstop to keep that from getting to the backstop and allowing a runner to score. It's 1-1.
Yeah, Mel's on base percentage, she's over 600, I think, so far, isn't she?
Yeah. That one in there for strike 2.
Yeah, this kid can really play, and last year as a sophomore, put up amazing numbers, of course, helped be one of the leaders of this team. I think she's really filled out in those leadership qualities.
Pokes that down the line. 1 run will score. She's going to advance on the throw once again. And it's 11-0. Mel Blubaugh continues to amaze here today.
I think our girl wants MOAC Player of the Year, Travis. She's right up there in the mix right now.
Well, right now she wants MVP honors this evening. Ball bounced in there for ball one.
That's probably a little bit more prestigious. Be the OH Report MVP than some just MOAC Player of the Year. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So her standards are high, and I appreciate Mel wanting to come join us here.
1-0. Chopper to third. Third baseman looks the runner back, throws the first. A smart heads-up play there for out number 2.
Not that you guys saw any of it.
Biderman. You see that little fake in the release at the end of that, but
So I didn't miss it all.
you didn't miss it all. That'll bring up Katrina Rogers. Two down here. Bottom 2, 11-0. Clear Fork. The pitch. Low, bounced in there. Rogers walked twice in the first inning. The pitch, high. Three balls and no strikes. But talking with my hairstylist, she said she had to get her air conditioner fixed on her new car just for the fact she didn't want to have the windows down. She pulled her foot. Yeah, run's going to score. Take a look at the replay, but it's going to score a run. Down the first, the throw.
Tough sledding out here for the cameraman.
Ball gets away. Another run will score.
3 runs, 3 trips around so far for Blubaugh.
$13-0 here. It'll bring up Macy Ousley. 1 ball, no strikes.
Breeze starting to blow straight away to center here. If someone can catch a piece of one, get a little bit of aid.
Just that it's not right at us.
Pretty good poke to get it up to the top of this grassy knoll.
Seen it, though, many a time here before at Clear Fork. 3-0 is the count to Ousley. And the throw gets away, but staying at third after the stolen base is Rogers. That's in there for a strike.
Nice change of pace right now. And a chance to get out of this inning, only allowing 3 runs after getting knocked around for 10.
Oh, that one just down the line and foul. There's Katrina Rogers on third. Now our batter. The pitch. Fly ball, foul again. Count remains full at 3-2. So now that Thrush led off and scored, every Lady Colt has crossed the plate. Full count pitch, low, ball 4. Perry will come up. First pitch taken for a ball. That one bounced and hit the batter, and the bases are loaded. So the error causing problems here for Harding in the second. Anders, the 9-hitter of the inning, takes strike one.
This is always one of those moments you kind of dream about with a batter. As a batter, just having the bases juiced.
Tie for ball one.
And especially when you're live and free, Travis.
Oh, absolutely. You can make the greatest hits with a swing like that. Taken outside for ball two because, tomorrow night,
yeah,
we're back, baby, with the roundup.
Let's go. Season 3.
Season 2. Feels like 3.
Season 3, sir. 2. I hosted the first season.
Oh, you hosted the different roundup. This is 2.0.
I didn't know there was a difference.
Well, the first one rounded up every sport. We're just focusing on baseball and softball for this one.
Oh, I thought it was only baseball, softball.
It was during football season too. We ended it during football season.
Oh man.
Ball 4, another run scores.
How quickly my memory fades.
We just kind of kept the name because rounding the bases, And we were rounding the bases. I think that's what it was. We started it off, but people liked it so much that it went into the fall. Wasn't that before podcast too?
No, I think you're wrong about all the above. I'm pretty sure we did round up baseball, softball show. I'll have to look into the collection. We did something else for all the different sports.
Okay. We'll see.
It's called like the sports mix.
We did the sports mix, yeah. I'm only counting season 2 because I'm hosting.
Season 3, baby.
Ball 1 to Haley Thrush. Her second at bat of the inning. A little flare, but it will go foul. Bases loaded, 2 out here in the second. Swings through that one for strike 2. $14-0 the score. And the pitch hits her. It's 15-0. Miley Schaefer, the starting pitcher for Clear Fork, with her second at bat of the inning. And I think we may have a pitching change, and I think that's what's going to happen. See, Janae Brady running into the dugout.
And she pitched really well last night. Coach electing to save her after she had a phenomenal performance against Lucas. 10 Ks and a win over the Cubs. So trying to capture a little bit more of that here tonight.
And while we have a moment, let's say hello to everybody, Ryan.
Hi, guys.
Say hello, everybody. Marion County Now, sharing the stream twice.
Oh, cool.
Oh, Jory had to comment in here. She's watching from home, cooking the birthday boy, Michael Skoronsky, a birthday day. Happy birthday, Mike.
Shout out.
Had a good weekend, I heard he had.
Second born just had his first legit slumber party. We had 5 different 8-year-olds all over at the house, and it's as you might imagine, with a bunch of little boys with Nerf guns and
video games
and cake. But they kept it together pretty well. He did have a nice surprise when he got home from school today. Dad didn't really get to see him much. I have to leave the house pretty early on Tuesdays. So for his birthday, normally he's a very late riser. It's tough to get him out of bed in time for school.
Yeah.
I mean, I get up at 6 o'clock, and he was ready. He was already ready already. But when he got home from school today, baby boy's been hoofing it around the neighborhood for the last year and a half. Brand new bike. Waiting for him. Blacked out.
Nice.
It's got some rims on it.
Uh-huh.
That's the only reason I bought it. It's because it didn't have your typical spokes.
Yeah.
It's got rims,
There
baby.
you go. That's nothing but the best. Some other folks. Butch Cooley watching from Fort Myers, Florida. Gage Powell's grandpa.
Oh, hey.
Bev Nell watching from my TV on the deck in my backyard. Go Lady Colts. There we go. That's how
what
you
I'm
do it
talking
right
about.
there. Tony Fowler, let's go Colts. Kevin Durth watching the varsity boys game and got the girls on my phone. So I'm waving to you over there at the boys game right now. Hi, how you doing? And James Steele tagging somebody else. As finally, they get out of the inning. 15-0 is the score after 2. We'll be back for the third after this, live and free.
In today's world of supply chain shortages and disruptions, having raw material or finished goods inventory on hand to fill customer orders is more important than ever. Based in North Central Ohio and with locations nationwide, including 5 throughout the Buckeye State, MWD Logistics can find your business the warehouse space needed to manage your distribution and logistic needs. Grow your bottom line with flexible warehousing solutions at MWD Logistics.
Back here, top of the third, and Renee Anders is going to come in and pitch for the Lady Colts, leading 15-0. As you see, wind is blowing our cameras all over the place. It's picked up a little bit here in the last couple of minutes, but we've got it.
I'm going to hold it a little bit more firm now.
It's okay. You have a nice camera here, too. You don't want anything to happen to that.
Yeah, I'm appreciative. I would not bring this out if it was a normal softball diamond, but with the new turf that's been installed, shout out Clear Fork Boosters for providing.
Absolutely.
We don't get nearly as stained hanging out doing these games.
2-0. In there for a strike.
Though still a little dirty, of course, when you're out in Mother's Nature.
Oh, yeah. It's pollen. I know both of my nose is a little bit runny, though.
Well, I think
That is
that's
spring.
kind of always the case,
Well,
isn't it?
not lately. Actually, the last couple, it's a bit worse when I'm out doing games than normal. Been taking a different type of Claritin. It's been working more. Count even at 2. And finally, I'm not sick for the first time in a month and a half either, which helps.
Yay.
That rolls in there. Count is full. Who was the turf provider that put in the turf? Do we know?
I'll have to talk to Jess Brokaw and find out. I saw a nice sign over at Northmore yesterday, the Mommy Bay Turf
Yes,
Company.
they were.
Installed over there.
By the way, this is Riley McInnes, that first base runner of the day for Harding. She takes ball 4.
Baby steps. So get the leadoff runner on. See if this can start lead into a little bit of momentum for him with relief pitcher now in the circle.
Brings up Macy Harper. These two teams, weather permitting, will play again tomorrow at Harding. First pitch, pop fly to short. Underneath it to make the catch is Maya Perry for out number 1. So one quick out after the walk brings up the 9-hitter, Cadence Hall. Quick throw down to first. Nothing doing. pitch. Low, bounces away. Runner's going to advance to second. She's going to round to third, but a heads-up play will keep her there. So Harding in business a little bit here. First run of the game for them, possibly is on second. The pitch, high for a ball.
And to get the full amount of innings, of course, they would have to get this down to single digits before we get to that bottom of the fifth.
Yep. Yep, if they play 4.5, Harding's at bat, it's still 10. As that's taken for ball 4. If it stays at 10 after 4.5, we're getting out of here. But they could start chipping away right here. Back to the top of the order. Abby Hertz popped out to the catcher to lead off the game. She takes ball 1. And this is the type of game that you're fine with a lot of runs scored because it's such a nice day out.
Yeah, I think probably these ladies are going to be trying to hang out in the outdoors anyway, so may as well be on the diamond, having fun, doing what you've been practicing for the last month and a half or so.
Anders behind, 2 balls and no strikes here. The pitch. Outside, it's 3-0.
And honestly, it seems like kind of a relief when we start getting to about mid-April where you don't have to worry so much about these early season showers.
Just now, it's severe thunderstorm season. That pitch in there for a strike. Hertz thought she had ball 4. Umpire said, no, you got to come back here. It's strike 1. The 3-1. In there for strike 2, and 2 good pitches by Anders.
Yeah, that one, I mean, she left it right over the middle of the plate, forcing the hitter to try to make a move.
There's the lead runner, McInnes on second base. The 3-2. High ball 4, they're loaded. So, that brings up Addie Myers once again, struck out looking on the 9th pitch of her at bat in the first. Takes high again, ball 1. I was thinking about this earlier, Brian, including highlights. How many sports have we covered here at the OH Report? So that's down the pipe for strike 1.
How many different sports?
Yeah, we've done track, baseball, and softball. During the winter, we've done wrestling, girls, boys basketball, and swimming, correct?
Correct.
And then soccer, football, volleyball, and cross country. Is that all?
Bowling.
And bowling. That's 12 sports we have covered.
Not bad. Yeah, I think we've live streamed all those as well. Not just highlights.
Have we live streamed track and field yet?
Ooh, no we haven't. But
Count is 2-2.
the offer's out there to do it. We'll see if we do.
Chopper the short bobbled, and everybody is safe. A run scores. It's 15-1. So we have not done track and field, though.
Yeah, it probably won't this year either. It's just
The logistics.
it's an awful long day for one, and then number 2, you'd have to have an assortment of cameras to be able to get the track and field all covered. Now, the one sport that I'd really like to do that would be tough, but I want to make this happen in the next couple of years, is golf.
Oh, yeah. We've done highlights of golf, too, so 13. That swung on and missed. We've pretty much done every sport.
Yeah, we're looking to do a men's volleyball match here sometime.
Boys volleyball, yeah, that's right. We got that new one too.
And then also lacrosse.
Lacrosse.
So we've got
Swing and a miss, strike 3, 2 down.
definitely got some options percolating down in the greater Columbus area to try to cover each of those 2 different sports. So we'll add a couple more to our collection.
And we haven't done ice hockey either.
No, we have not.
Field hockey, that's another one too. Now I'm starting to get the other sports, but we've done a lot. Nice stop there, keeping the runners in their spots. Ball 1. 2 down. 15-1. Harding getting on the board here on that tough. It's an infield single the way that the shortstop stopped it. She actually saved a run with that play. Would have been close to a diamond cut if she would have been able to make that play, because you see where she's standing right now, which is more close to third, and she made it all the way behind second base. Almost made the play.
Diamond cuts, of course, I think everybody's favorite part of the Roundup show.
Because you're on it.
Could be.
Pop fly in foul territory, but it gets out of play. Made you your own little set this year.
Yeah, I can't wait to hang out there tomorrow.
Got a friend that'll accompany you there, standing.
And unfortunately, I get my hair cut right afterwards. So I'm going to be looking a little mangy. But just know, when you're watching it, I'm going to be cleaned up right after.
Pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 2.
Renee settling in a little bit now. Was a little erratic to start. Had quite a few balls racking up early on and looking to get out of the inning now.
15-1, the 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. But Harding on the board. It's 15-1 after 2.5.
Welcome to Marion County Now, the heartbeat of our neighborhood, the fountain of our news. We're local, we're pertinent, and we're all about you. We're dedicated to keeping you in the loop, involved, and linked with the community. And the cherry on top, our service doesn't cost a dime. Marion County Now, our neighborhood, our news.
Bottom of the third here from Bellville, Ohio. 15-1 to score. Hot shot down to third, and the throw is wide. Moving to second base is Miley Schaefer as she reaches on the air. Just see the ball just thrown wide. It would have beaten her to the bag, but she's in safely. And it's a leadoff base runner. And that pitch. First pitch to Swainhart hits her.
So the first 2 runners very quickly on. And Clear Fork, who produced a lot of runs just on the 1 hit in the last inning.
5 runs on 1 hit.
Looking to stack a few more on top here.
As Mel Blubaugh, a home run and a triple away from the cycle. Looking bunt, so I think cycle is safe for today. The pitch to Blubaugh. Fly ball down the left field line. Drops foul. 1-1. Clear Fork known for their multi-sport athletes. Mel Blubaugh, one of those. I was talking to her before the game. I said, well, so high school. Once you get done with high school, college, what are you going to go for? Soccer? Basketball? Softball? She said she's probably going to go for soccer. So that ball wide. Nice job by the catcher to keep it close.
Yeah, she had, in my opinion, kind of a breakout year this season on the soccer pitch. Just with her, she's had the ability, but just kind of like stepped up a little bit in terms of her ferocity out on the field.
That's a deep fly ball. Does it have the distance? It's going to hit off the fence. 2 runs, well, 1 run, I should say, will score as the runner on first held up, made sure it was over the head. And Blubaugh, another RBI. It's a single. It's 16-1. If you take a look at the replay. Just over the head of the center fielder.
Only got a single out of that.
Yeah, that was because the runner on first, Swainhart, kind of froze up, made sure that it was caught before taking off. She didn't want to get doubled up. And also with the lead, sometimes sportsmanship, they just go station to station on hits.
Heck of an afternoon here for Mel Blubaugh today. Perfect so far at the dish.
And I believe we're going to have a pinch hitter here. For the Lady Colts. And that is Chloe Stewart. One of those freshmen, Brian.
Yeah, I think they said 7 of them on the varsity roster here this year. I mean, that's a lot for a very competitive team that's in first place and looking to compete for a conference championship.
And immediately Stewart hit by a pitch.
But what's been cool is that this freshman class, they were varsity participants, some of them in soccer and then also in basketball as well. So just a loaded class, a lot of talent in this group of 2027s.
And that's just what that says about the future of Clear Fork softball. Not one of those flash in the pan type deals. The pitch, low.
In Clear Fork, I think you can definitely make the case is the most consistent softball program in Richland County.
You mean like year in and year out, yeah.
This team, I mean, they've got the banners to prove it. Multiple Final Four appearances, got to some state titles. It's been a few years for them, but not that many.
Just a couple years ago, they had that district games. That's flared in the right down the line. Base hit. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. It's a 2 RBI single for Katrina Rogers.
Another solid at bat here for Clear Fork. Katrina putting it right where she wants to, and then easing up for just a single as 2 more runs driven in.
First pitch to Owsley, taken.
Now, some other Clear Fork players in the past, that has been pronounced Oosley.
Oosley. I thought that's what it was, but I wasn't corrected, so I thought I got it right.
Well, I don't know.
I think Oosley, yeah. Should have asked Coach Sellers when he was here. I forgot.
If she's anything
but I think
like
you're
her
right.
ancestors.
I believe you're right, yes.
Yeah, she'd be an Oosley.
Relatives. Looking bunt, places it down perfectly. Throw on the first. Not in time. Run scores. It's 18-1 as you take a look at the replay. Getting some sacrifice squeeze play practice in there.
And as the catcher, I mean, what a predicament you're in there.
That one to first, thrown away.
So Lady Colts pump their total up to 20 now.
On the error from the first baseman. There you see Oosley on third. $20-0.
Oh, Harding got one, remember?
20-1, 20-1, yes. Thank you, 20-1. That's low. Harding did load the bases, but Anders was able to work out of it, only giving up one run. Fouled off. So we were saying there's about 13 sports that we've covered. Which one is your favorite to cover?
Well, I think that I've got kind of a tie for the top spot. Really enjoy, whoa.
Rip down the line, foul.
I enjoy big hits, of course, hanging out in the sunshine. But probably football would have to be the king, and then the prince would probably be basketball.
Okay, take football, basketball out of the way, because those are our main things here on the OH Report. The pitch, that's flied in the right. It's going to get knocked down by the wind. One run will score. Anders closely following Perry behind. As you see, that would have been a deep fly ball, but did you see how the wind just knocked that ball down?
Yeah, the breeze has been pretty steady, especially out here in the outfield. You can, feel its presence. But it's a nice combination with. I mean, what's our temperature at today? Are we? Like
We're in 80s. It was 80.
80s.
It was like 81.
Did not realize that we were tipping the temperature scales like that today. Sadly this morning, I was stuck indoors in meetings. I did have a great lunch conversation. Shout out Lori Miller at 89 Homes, who has been a great supporter of us and what we do. Got to meet her in person for the first time. And then messing around with some kids over at Mansfield Christian. Did set up a couple of great interviews for their yearbook time capsules. Amar Davis, I think.
Amar the Star, News Journal MVP.
Yeah,
the basketball All-Star game.
I guess Choki Bradley gave him that name, Amar the Star, because we were asked. We had to find out, like, where'd that come from?
I mean, it fits him well.
I guess his teammates call him a marvelous, and he hates it.
Ooh, that's smooth though.
That's what I said. I was like, ooh, I'm gonna adopt that, and he's like, no,
no, bro,
not a fan.
No, thank you, sir.
So it's been nice to get out this afternoon. I look forward to getting home, and I'm sure my boy's gonna want to ride his bike all around.
If he isn't still right now.
So, yeah, if he's not burned out yet, probably go on a little pedal around the block with him, and then see what this special birthday dinner is that's being cooked.
Yeah. So mine always growing up was hot dogs, mac and cheese. Getting older, it's mom's meatloaf with the cheesy noodles and broccoli.
Okay.
That's my go-to now. 1-2 outside. It's 2-2.
Little ketchup glaze on that meatloaf for you,
Oh,
Charlie?
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I kind of like mine a little bit spicier if I can. There's a certain kind of A1 sauce that I only really like it when it's on meatloaf.
Okay. Swung through that. Strike 3, 1 down. First out of this third inning. Brings up Schaefer for the second time. Led off, reaching on an error. Line right back at the pitcher. Quickly picks it up, throws the first for the out. Hopefully she's all right. Looks like might have got hit in the hand. We'll take a look at the replay right here. Oof. Great reaction to get it back up, but hopefully it looked like she put both her arms in front of her body to block that. It might have hit her pitching hand or the wrist of her glove. Nonetheless, she's going to come back out.
Yes, a little nod, shaking it off. He's going to give it a try here, worth a practice.
Runners hold at second and third. And she says, yeah, I'm good. I would never pitch, softball or baseball, because I wouldn't be able to probably stop that quick enough, and I'd break a bone or two.
Yeah, it takes a considerable amount of courage. These young ladies, I mean, they have the face mask on, but
you're closer than it's 60 feet 6 inches for baseball, but it's like 40 feet for softball, so you're right there.
Yeah, that is nothing when someone launches it, especially if you got a girl that can pitch it in real high velocity.
Oh, yeah.
Which would be considered, what, about 60 plus?
Yeah, it's equivalent to about 90 in baseball for the closeness of the mound to the plate. Grounded right back to her, and she's all right. She makes the third out, but the Lady Colts add on. It's 21-1.
In today's world of supply chain shortages and disruptions, having raw material or finished goods inventory on hand to fill customer orders is more important than ever. Based in North Central Ohio and with locations nationwide, including 5 throughout the Buckeye State, MWD Logistics can find your business the warehouse space needed to manage your distribution and logistic needs. Grow your bottom line with flexible warehousing solutions at MWD Logistics.
Top of the fourth here from Bellville, Ohio. 21-1 to score. Now, because it's looking like we're going to have a 5-inning game, our 5th inning stretch will be here in the 4th inning. We'll keep it right here in between innings. Because why wouldn't you want to listen to us more?
Yeah, clearly, obviously, that's what the fans want every time they tune in, is to have us two bozos saying sweet, dumb things into their ears.
That's pretty much exactly what it is, too. Pitch in there for a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Folks, I will tell you, though, that we're trying out here, okay?
Yeah. Hey, not many people get to watch softball or baseball live and free, though. 1-2. Check swing down the line. Fair ball. She's going to try for second to throw in the second. She's in. It's a double. And for the first time today, Harding has a hit.
And Brady, who just got smacked on the hand out there in the pitcher's circle, shaking it off and coming up with a nice hit here to try to get a little bit closer.
First pitch taken for a ball.
A little bit of work to do, though, here on the scoreboard for Harding.
That pitch in there for a strike. The wind's still blowing somewhat. I know we're supposed to get some severe weather once again tomorrow, so it'll be up in the air if we have our game from Jeromesville, a big one in the WCAL.
Yeah, that's
undefeated in Hillsdale in the conference against undefeated Norwayne.
Norwayne undefeated overall in the season 2. Hillsdale just one loss, and that's against a Division I opponent. And
that just wanted to hit. But, excuse me, Saturday, 2 big come-from-behind wins for the Lady Falcons over Keystone and the D2 state champs from a year ago in Talmadge.
Yeah, Lady Falcons got a great team. I mean, that was the anticipation. That's why we've been out there so much so far this season, and looking forward to another big battle tomorrow.
2 balls and 2 strikes here with nobody out and a runner on second. Looked like the umpire had 2 and 2 up, but it was 3-2, so it's a walk. Kind of hard to see with the sun glaring in there, but I'm going to trust the umpire and say that was ball 4. So runners on first and second with nobody out. As approaching the plate for her second at bat is Riley McInnes. She walked to lead off this 3rd inning. The pitch just catches the outside corner for strike 1. That's another thing that amazes me, Brian, the physics that a softball player can throw the ball. You have the screwball, you have a rise. I don't know how you can get a ball to rise with a throw from underneath. That ball gets away, and the runners will advance.
Yeah, there's a lot of technique and training that goes into this. We were talking a little bit about that at my lunch date today, just how many different pitches there are and how long it takes to master even just a couple of them.
Like, it may take me a few days just to master getting the ball over the plate. There's the runner on third. As Harding looks to get another one on the board. That one in there. It's 2-2. But you have the rise ball, you have a screwball, a curveball, a drop pitch where it looks like it's going straight, then it just falls off the face of the earth, kind of like a slider. It's crazy what they can do. That's fouled off. But also, with the motion of the arm, they can throw 175 pitches and then come back the next day feeling fine, which also just blows my mind.
Yeah, that's a tough one to really understand.
Baseball pitcher does that. He's out with Tommy John surgery for a year, but for a softball pitcher, it's just, I guess, the free-flowing movement of the arm as she throws ball 4. And the bases are juiced with nobody out. Macy Harper back up the bat. Popped out the short in inning number 3 on this beautiful Tuesday afternoon in the Clear Fork Valley. Another pop-up, but this one will get out of play. Baseball game going on behind us, and the Colts just got a slap to the fence. They're going to score a run. Looks like going to be a stand-up triple for the Colts, too.
Jay Jackson.
Number 3.
He was our MVP on Saturday in a big win over Medina Buckeye.
State number 16 in D2.
And you might want to start slapping some respect on Clear Fork Baseball's name.
I was about to say, they're on a roll now.
Back-to-back losses to Galleon, and that's been it.
Down the line, base hit. 1 run will score. And each player will move up a base. 21-2. It's an RBI single. And, I mean, they're going to need a lot of those, but if you just keep going base to base, keep slapping it through the holes, you could start getting yourselves back in there, but they're still 19 runs away, or they're still 9 runs away from getting it back to within distance of keeping this game going after 5.
That's probably the objective at this point for Coach and his roster.
Liner back up the middle. Shortstop on the second, on the first. Safe, but another run scores. It's 21-3. That was a nice flip there.
Yeah, they give it a chance
by Perry.
to turn 2. Just a little late with the execution.
So runners on the corners with 1 down. That's outside, third to third. She's safe. Top of the order here for Harding. That pitch sails for ball 2. Hertz walked into third. Pitch. Grounder to first, diving play, but it's foul. Nice effort there by Anders. Actually, Schaefer moving over the first once Anders got there. Nice grounder up the hole. It's past the center fielder. 1 run will score. A second will score. And on her way to third with a triple is Abby Hertz.
Signs of life for the Lady Prexies here in the 4th.
As you see it get past the second baseman, and then, yeah, that's not an error on the center fielder. It just got to the fence. So a 2 RBI triple. And we will have a Clear Fork pitching change. So how about we do this, Mr. Skoronsky?
Talk to me.
Since we're not going to have, well, it's still out of reach that we may not have a 5th inning. Do you want to do it the stretch now or wait until the actual stretch of the 4th inning while we have a pitching change?
I think you don't jinx anything.
Okay. Keep it right now. Okay.
You know, let the Prexies keep cooking here. Who do we got coming on in relief here, Trav?
It's a Schlosser.
Got a lot of them out in this part of the world.
Addie Schlosser, to be exact.
I would presume kid sister of Luke, who's on the baseball diamond right now.
Who Coach Kennedy was telling me earlier is just knocking the cover off the ball for the Colts.
Yeah, he's having a great start to his season, and I mean, I think coming off a All-Ohio season, so as expected.
First pitch inside for ball 1.
Is this a freshman?
Yes. Grounder right back to her. She's going to throw to first. Runner will stay at third. And just like that, Addie gets a quick out for number 2. Nearly caught that through the air, knocked it down though, got the out, and froze the runner at third.
Yeah, that was going to be a tough play right side to come back with the mitt on the left hand and snag it, but able to knock it down and get 1 out.
take a look at that one again.
Little around the back action. Wow. How about the snag by the catcher?
Yeah. That's another tough position to play because not only you have to keep the ball from bouncing behind you, but also you have to reach every which way sometimes if the ball gets out of their hands wrong. That one right down the middle to short on the first. Got him. So we're going to keep it here for the fourth inning, fifth inning stretch because we're not used to having a fourth inning stretch. So this is the fifth inning stretch, and these are the updated run totals. 5 runs, 4 hits, 5 errors for Harding. Clear Fork, 21 runs on 13 hits and no errors.
And a big thank you to MWD Logistics and our boy Chris Laux, who we saw out here
Yeah.
just a moment ago running a mile out on the track, being a monster like that. And watched a little bit of softball, moved over to the baseball diamond. So he is a true Clear Fork supporter through and through all the way around.
Absolutely. Also, he is he not still the president of the Soccer Association?
That he is.
We work with him for the All-Star games.
Right.
I think leading MVP getter is one Mel Blubaugh, a single, 3 singles, a double, 4 runs scored, 4 RBI on the day.
Yeah, she's the leader in the clubhouse right now.
Once again, I want to thank MWD Logistics for sponsoring our pregame, our postgame, and our 5th inning stretched. So we are back to action here in the bottom of the 4th. You see the 4 seniors, only 4 seniors on this squad. We were talking about that earlier with all the freshmen that they have, but this team is poised to make a run not only this year, but in the next few years as well.
And Clear Fork bumping back up to Division II this year for tournament, correct?
Yes. Blubaugh with a chopper. Is she going to beat this out? First gets to play in there to get her. And finally, Blubaugh has been retired in this game.
Yeah, she might have just dropped off our list here for MVP consideration. Tucking her ponytail and running back to the dugout.
If it was me, I would probably be still 0 for. There's a fly ball, but the wind's going to knock it down. And a nice catch by the left fielder for out number 2, Destiny Brown. A nice snag. And a quick 2 outs here.
And 3 blown kisses from one side of the field to the other. Hopefully all of those were caught.
First pitch to Rogers. Maybe you have to ask after the game if they were or not caught like that fly ball. 2 down here, bottom of the 4th. That pitch in for a strike.
Janae stepped in and performed pretty well considering the circumstances. Down double digits on the board. Pitched last night.
Swing and a miss, strike 2.
Definitely trying to keep her team in it here.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
At least give them a chance to step up, try to knock out 6 runs, and extend this game if they can.
Yeah.
Well, that's if Clear Fork doesn't make a 2-out rally.
And, yeah, get out. Gone. Home run.
And a souvenir for that young lady.
Katrina Rogers makes it 22-5 as we take a look at the shot. And Brian Skoronsky catching all the action right there.
Yes.
And that lucky fan going to get it back. 22-5. Home run number 13 for the team on the season.
Maybe that one will make Big League's biggest hits.
Greatest hits, maybe, maybe not. We'll see.
The only problem with it, I mean, it was solid, just they were already up quite a bit. So
Yeah.
the impact's not huge, but definitely a deep shot. And that's what, home run number 16?
13 for the team.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow.
So they average more than 1 home run per game.
That's pretty cool. Makes you an exciting team to watch.
Mm-hmm. You have to think them and Lexington, the 2 favorites to make at least a district tournament.
Well, you would presume they would both make the district.
I only said it that way because I don't know what the other teams, most of the other teams in the district have.
Off the top of your head, you know some of the competition? Who they flirting with? I know Ontario's in there.
Belleville. What was it last year? You had Clyde in it.
Madison?
Shelby, Madison, yeah.
How's our Lady Rams doing so far? Have you kept up on them?
They've been playing some good competition. I mean, they lost a 2-run game to Hillsdale. I'll actually check up on them here. This lets me sign in. The 1-2. Low for ball 2. Madison's 6-5 on the season. Losses to Eastwood, Eastwood, West Holmes once. They split with them. Lexington. And I'll talk more after the break because strike 3 ends the inning, but the Colts add 1 on. They're 3 outs away from ending this one early. It's 22-5.
Welcome to Marion County Now, the heartbeat of our neighborhood, the fountain of our news. We're local, we're pertinent, and we're all about you. We're dedicated to keeping you in the loop, involved, and linked with the community. And the cherry on top, our service doesn't cost a dime. Marion County Now, our neighborhood, our news.
Back to action here as Schlosser looks to close things out here on this Tuesday afternoon. Brian,
Hey.
update in MOAC play. Got another game going on.
It appears that there's a large lead going down right now for Shelby, who is competing for MOAC championship. They've got River Valley on the ropes, up 8-2.
Also, Ontario leads Pleasant 4-2.
Ontario, who just coming off of their greatest season of all time, has not had quite the same success this year.
Well, they lost some key players from a year ago as well. Sometimes it takes a little bit to regroup.
Yeah, that was a very special group.
And I still think if, well, I'm not going to really get into it because I don't want to. The way that game ended in that regional still.
Yeah.
Deep fly to left, and it is off the fence. It's fair. On her way to second is Biderman. And showing right there why she was our player, spotlight player, ripping that one off the middle of the fence.
Yeah, she tuned that baby up pretty good. That's about 2 feet away from being what they call a dinger. So this young lady, she's got some power. We knew it coming in here. The only player on the team to hit one out of the park so far and nearly had her second on the season. Looks like we're getting some type of a change here. A pinch hitter.
That'll be Alina Davis. There she is. Chance to get a ribby here. Here in the season.
Whoa.
Somebody warming up in the bullpen. Chucked it over. Grounder to the third. Throw to first. Got her. Throw back to second. Gets away. But it will be an out. Nice play there by Blubaugh to get the runner out. And they threw it right back, and even I wouldn't have been able to keep up with that, Brian.
That was a lot of pinball action going down in that last play.
We also had a baseball fly by our heads at the same time, so we're good. We're good. We're okay. So with Clear Fork, back to playing good softball, MOAC, quite the tough conference. Both sides, baseball and softball.
Yeah, I think certainly there's a lot more depth on the baseball diamond this season. Clear Fork maybe the top contender right now to win a league crown. Shelby trying to fit into that mix. Those two teams, I believe, play their season series next week.
I think so. Two balls and a strike here with one down at the top of the fifth. Brown swings through that one actually for strike three. Two down. That'll bring up Sophie Holt, who now is pinch hitting. Clear Fork and out away from a 5-inning victory. Ball one. Very impressed with this Clear Fork team, nonetheless, Brian, today.
Well, for sure. I think they've showcased some elite depth and a lot of girls up and down the lineup. They know what they're looking for when they're at the plate. They're not pressing. They're very well coached on the base pass. And there's a reason they got 22 runs.
Swing and a miss.
Great offensive firepower, and, elected to pull their starting pitcher after just 2 innings.
We said that Hillsdale and Norway, we'd have a game of unbeatens into the WCAL. Bottom of the 7th, Hillsdale at Norwayne. Hillsdale 8, Norwayne 5.
Well, the Lady Falcons, they've got the cachet. They've kind of been running that league for a while. Not really surprised to hear that score.
I said after the second games, that ball bounces in there for ball 4. So the pinch hitter reaches. But I was saying in my post game after their 8th inning walk-off victory over Talmadge that if any coach is watching those streams, don't put them into the state top 10 when that first one comes out. You're crazy, because they are one of the best teams, the best team in the area, possibly in Division III, but in the state, they have to be top 10 after the competition they've defeated so far.
Now, when you say area, does that include Triway?
Area isn't our teams that we cover. Pop up, under it, Schlosser makes the catch. And that does it. Lady Colts in 5 innings win this one 22-5. We'll take a break, and when we come back, our MVP interview. I think we know who it is, but you never know. We'll find out for sure after the break.
She got that.
In today's world of supply chain shortages and disruptions, having raw material or finished goods inventory on hand to fill customer orders is more important than ever. Based in North Central Ohio and with locations nationwide, including 5 throughout the Buckeye State, MWD Logistics can find your business the warehouse space needed to manage your distribution and logistic needs. Grow your bottom line with flexible warehousing solutions at MWD Logistics.
Welcome to Marion County Now, the heartbeat of our neighborhood, the fountain of our news. We're local, we're pertinent, and we're all about you. We're dedicated to keeping you in the loop, involved, and linked with the community. And the cherry on top, our service doesn't cost a dime. Marion County Now, our neighborhood, our news.
Tonight's MOAC softball contest brought to you live and free here on the OH Report thanks to our generous sponsors. DURF'S Home Improvements. If you can dream it, we can build it. MWD Logistics. Need a warehousing and logistics partner that gets your storage needs? Store and move your inventory seamlessly into your customers' hands with MWD Logistics. Marion County Now. We're all about you, and like our friends at the OH Report, we're free to readers. And Home and Kitchen Supply, your one-stop shop for kitchen and baths, windows, and doors since 1970. Thank you all for allowing us to be live and free this evening for some beautiful softball action. When we come back, our MVP interview right here on the OH Report.
She got that.
In today's world of supply chain shortages and disruptions, having raw material or finished goods inventory on hand to fill customer orders is more important than ever. Based in North Central Ohio and with locations nationwide, including 5 throughout the Buckeye State, MWD Logistics can find your business the warehouse space needed to manage your distribution and logistic needs. Grow your bottom line with flexible warehousing solutions at MWD Logistics.
Welcome to Marion County Now, the heartbeat of our neighborhood, the fountain of our news. We're local, we're pertinent, and we're all about you. We're dedicated to keeping you in the loop, involved, and linked with the community. And the cherry on top, our service doesn't cost a dime. Marion County Now, our neighborhood, our news.
Back now with our player of the game, courtesy of Marion County Now. It is Mel Blubaugh with a big performance here. 4 hits in 5 tries, and it looks like you're seeing it great at the dish. So let's begin there with your approach. Your on-base percentage, ridiculous this season. How well is it going for you when you're in the batter's box?
So far it's going pretty well. I feel like I get lucky sometimes, but just making contact and making them make mistakes is really the biggest part of anything. Just hit the ball.
You capitalized as well as soon as you got onto the base pass. I think the first couple of hits you had were singles. You end up all the way over on third base. So just identifying what's going on in the field and being aware of your environment. How well do you feel like you've grown in that department over your career?
I feel like I've gotten better throughout. Little struggle today picking up the coaches, but it all worked out, and it's always improvement, always room for improvement.
And as a team that's as young as yours, I imagine that you're expecting to improve throughout the course of the season. So with all these freshmen running around out on the field, tell me about the progression so far of the team and how you've gone from the first week of, say, training camp to now.
We've definitely improved by a mile. All the freshmen definitely had a lot of nerves at first, but overcame them and stepped up real big, especially Miley in the mound.
So this team now, you guys are sitting on top of the MOAC all by yourselves, I believe, still undefeated in the conference. Was that the bar that you set for yourselves coming out of the gates this year?
Yeah, we just wanted to win the MOAC and go as far as we can, keep it going.
To stay undefeated in this league, it looks like there's quite a few teams there up at the top. Where do you want to see yourselves improve collectively as a unit?
Collectively, I feel like we just need to make the routine plays, get those outs, and at least get 1 out per thing. Like, we don't need a double play, but it is nice. Just get the outs when you can.
Well, you guys did that here tonight. A big win over Marion Harding. Getting out of here early, that's probably always nice as well, right? To end the game before it needs to. All right, Mel, best part of the interview. If you want to look in the camera, throw as many shout-outs out as you like.
Shout out to my parents and my grandparents for always following me, and my brother down in Mexico.
How about that? Hey, what's up, AJ? Mel Blubaugh, your Marion County Now MVP.
Welcome to Marion County Now, the heartbeat of our neighborhood, the fountain of our news. We're local, we're pertinent, and we're all about you. We're dedicated to keeping you in the loop, involved, and linked with the community. And the cherry on top, our service doesn't cost a dime. Marion County Now, our neighborhood, our news.
Back here in the MWD Logistics post-game show, where we will wrap things up tonight. 22-5 the score. Lady Colts remain unbeaten in conference play, and Brian, they look like the top team in the MOAC.
Yeah, they certainly did here tonight. They got great pitching early on from their starter. I thought Schaefer was great. Got great backup in the field as well, but it's truly the hitting lineup that is special, I think, about this particular group. Mel Blubaugh, she sets the stage. She gets on base, 62% of the time?
Yeah.
She's hitting about .550 on the year, so she's definitely the team MVP so far, likely the MOAC MVP as we're about at the midway point of the season now. But they've got boppers all over the lineup. You look at Rogers and what she's been able to do on the season. I think she's got like 8 dingers or something ridiculous, and the rest of the team has chipped in with about 5 more. So it's a quality lineup from top to bottom. But I think even a good pitcher is going to have a challenge with Dilling for 7 total innings.
As you take a look at the final numbers, 5-5-5 for Harding, 22-14 and 0. Clear Fork, a 1-2-3 top of the first, and then scored 10 runs. It was over after the first inning pretty much. Then they scored 5 in the second, 6 in the third, and 1 in the fourth on Katrina Rogers' home runs. But everybody that got in crossed the plate for Clear Fork. Harding didn't give up. They scored 4 in the fourth inning, but they just couldn't get anything going early to change the complexion of this one.
Yeah, it's a tough place to win as well. I mean, Clear Fork seems to always play very well here in the Valley, and this is a team that they're dedicated, they're motivated, and they've got the athletes to go along with that. It's a tough combo for any opponent, and that's why they're walking out of here winners yet again here tonight.
And we're about to walk ourselves out of here as well. Brian, any final words after seeing the Lady Colts for the first time this season?
Yeah, good luck rest of the MOAC trying to compete with this squad in terms of keeping up offensively. I look forward to seeing that battle with Shelby coming up here soon. And hey, K9 Cam didn't have one of those sightings tonight until now. So
had one at Northmore last night. It was on our side,
Very
the
cool.
baseball side. Actually, kind of looked like the same dog too.
Wow, maybe he just follows us around.
And yeah, that gives us a good segue. We will be covering the Mid-Ohio Spring Classic this year at Ontario, so look forward to that. But we are going to get out of here. Colts move to 8-3, 7-0 in the MOAC. Presidents drop to 2-5, 0-5. I want to thank everybody that helped make things possible this evening. As always, the boss man, Brian Skoronsky, on commentary and camera work this evening. You're getting better at the softball and the baseball. I know that's one of you want that to be a strong suit, and you're doing well. Dylan Farrell as well, our other camera operator today, as well as our sponsors, DURF'S Home Improvements, our scoreboard sponsor, MWD Logistics, our pregame 5th inning stretch and postgame sponsor, Marion County Now, our MVP sponsor, as well as Home and Kitchen Supply, our instant replay sponsor. I want to thank Jess Brokaw and the fine folks here at the Clear Fork High School Athletic Department. She gave us an extension cord so we could be powered back
She went
here.
all the way to her house to get hotspots and extension cords, brought us some waters out here. Nobody does it better, and I love all the area ADs, but she might be on the top of my heart.
Absolutely. Also want to thank our friends over at the OHSA for allowing us to stream these games to you live and free. Clear Fork rolls Marion Harding in game 1 of 2. They'll meet each other again tomorrow at Harding, weather permitting, 22-5. For Brian Skoronsky, Dylan Farrell, I'm Travis Berardi saying so long from Bellville.